Hello, welcome to BC Pro episode. What episode is it? It's episode 6. We've done 6 of these. I actually didn't know that.
6 weeks in a row.
6 weeks in a row. We've been popping out content.
To all those haters.
All the haters.
We
did it.
Now we're done.
After this, this is the
We're done. This is the last episode.
We're done.
BC Procast ending.
That's our clickbait.
We'll make a little clip out of that and
Yeah.
post it.
Yeah. But I want to first start off with, do you like eggnog?
No.
Wait, why? Do you actually have a reason, or you just don't like it?
I don't like it. I wish I did.
Wait, why?
Because I don't.
So when people drink it, what are you?
I wish I liked it, yeah. Why are you asking?
Because so my family has a tradition that when we decorate our Christmas tree, that we get eggnog, and that's the specialty drink. Some people do grape juice and stuff like that, but we do eggnog. And at first, the reason why I'm curious is because I absolutely love it. I could drink it nonstop. This is my 3rd cup of it.
Of eggnog?
Oh. And at first I used to I think the first time I tried it, I almost barfed, just because it's kind of a weird. It's that weird little taste.
Yeah.
But this year, they got this new brand, and dude, it's premium. Premium eggnog. You might like this.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I liked eggnog. I just never liked it.
Yeah?
It's just not my thing. Our family does, I think it's called Kringle. That
Kringle?
circle.
Oh, yeah.
What is that thing called?
I think it is Kringle.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's called Kringle, and you get different kinds of flavors. So they end up getting that, almond Kringle. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So they would get that, and that's our family tradition of having that on Christmas Day. Excuse me, sorry. That was a long yawn.
That was the longest yawn I've ever seen.
So for the longest time I didn't like it, and I wasn't happy with it. But over the past years, I started liking it, especially the almond one. I could slap them away. But we have that with sparkling grape juice in the morning. It's good traditions.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Do you have any family traditions besides the eggnog?
So we do the eggnog, then we do Elf on the Shelf.
Oh,
which, dude, that's amazing. Obviously,
it's a real thing.
Yeah, because obviously the elves move themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
But
should we talk about this?
I don't know if we should talk about Elf on the Shelf.
Let's not. What's another tradition?
We do. Oh, I just thought of Christmas or any tradition.
Anyone, right? I mean, upcoming is Christmas. For people watching, it's not Christmas yet. We'll have Christmas special, but happy holidays. What am I saying?
I don't know.
I was trying to say Merry Christmas, but I realized it's not Christmas yet.
Yeah,
but it's a Christmas season. I hope there's snow, but
dude, yeah, I know it's raining today.
Man, we live all the way in New Mexico. You'd think there'd be snow here.
They totally don't know where we're at.
They don't know where we at. That's where we.
Wait, why are you wanting snow in New Mexico? You should have said
it's not snow in New Mexico. It's just snow for Christmas.
I can't actually remember the traditions that we have. Oh my goodness.
That's okay.
I might get yelled at for this.
It's all right. Another one we had for a long time is that we would go, me and my family, on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, or one of them. One of the times with all the families, we would actually go ice skating in downtown Milwaukee, in an ice rink by all the big buildings and get Starbucks. Starbucks is actually not there anymore too. So we haven't done it in a little bit because of family things and people being here and not here, I guess. But that was another one we used to have.
Oh, dude. Are you
It's a
good?
lot of fun. I love ice skating.
I was just about to ask, are you good?
Yes. I'm
Dude,
like a
I
pro.
know.
Oh, yes. I'm like a pro.
Okay,
And
well,
that's a great first date spot. Ice
why
skating.
why is that a good?
It's just good because one, it's an activity.
okay.
It's important to have an activity on the first date. You don't want to just be watching something or
I agree.
eating food. You want to be memorable, you know, and if it's a fun experience. Two, it's great for hand holding. Think about this. The girl is
What?
not able to ice skate.
Yeah.
You're able, boys, all right, boys, take notes, okay? Take notes. So for the date, you want to break the touch barrier because if the first time you hang out with them, you like, well, I'm like, I want to hold her hand or give her a hug or something like that. But breaking that initial thing is weird sometimes, and sometimes it could be awkward if you don't got that W Riz. But your boy got W Riz.
Do you know?
Yeah, my girlfriend's really pretty, so that means I got W Riz. Anyway, with the ice skating, you can then like go ice skating. She's not good. You can then grab her hand, like, let me help you. And then if you're good and you can ice skate backwards, bro.
Oh yeah, that is
Holding both her
that's
hands.
a killer. That's a killer.
And then you work up like an appetite, and then you guys can go get like a snack food. And then also she's a little bit chilled. It's a little cold, so if you guys sit down and take a break. And for you short kings out there, ice skates add like 5, 6, 7, 8 inches
But
for your height.
but she's also getting those inches added.
But like, just don't skate too close to her.
So your touch barrier is like
Just like this. And then also just put them on before she puts them on. Oh my goodness. And, dude, I'm telling you, bro, first date, take a ice skate, putting on the shoes. Do you know how much strength it takes to tie
yes.
an ice skate properly?
Oh yeah.
So you take care of yours, or you take care of hers first. Come on, I got you. Grab the shoelace, and she feels how strong you are. Putting the shoelace, tie it up. Now, if you don't have grip strength, if you're not strong, if you never put on ice skates, do not do it. It will be a humbling experience and embarrass you. But all those reasons, and then also if you're good at it, that's attractive.
Dude, okay.
Ice skate is great first date.
I think it is great, but like I
Give
feel
up.
like if they aren't good, like let's say a guy isn't good at all, dude, that's
That's not for them.
that's not like
Okay, so what's a good first date?
no. I think I personally love mini golf.
I was gonna say that's the other.
The reason why is because I'm competitive, and I don't break the touch barrier right away. My philosophy is this: you make her laugh, you make her enjoy your presence, and the hug is that breaking that touch barrier at the end. Like that's how you break. Dude, we're such Christians. Oh my god. Because like other people would be like, this is like some people might in mini golf like get behind them and do that. No, that's not for me. That's not for me. I'm not trying to help you win. I'm destroying you. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Yeah.
And so I'm like such a competitive guy that like if I go on a date for mini golf, I go, we're counting every stroke, and if you get it out, that counts as 2. No, I'm like I'm like dead serious, and they're like, and I'm like, wait until it happens. And so like when we're going through it, and they like bomb the ball, like, oh my goodness, I'm like, yeah. Do you want me to grab it, or where do you want me to put it?
Yeah, you're starting over at the beginning.
Yeah.
By the way, you're on 2 strokes.
Oh yeah, I mark loud too.
Yeah.
I'm 1, 2.
What'd you get on that last one? 3? No, you got 5.
You got 5.
No, I got 3. We're writing down 5.
Right. And then so you do that, then you go out to dinner. And then I love Christmas lights. So if this was oh my gosh, you can't even go. Yeah, I would say that and dinner. Like that would be the perfect day.
That and dinner.
First day.
So I've realized on first dates, or not on first dates anymore. On dates, I'm a big eater.
A big eater?
Yeah, like my date consists of dinner and dessert. and that's like, oh, let's go on a date. Where do we want to eat? And then where's the dessert? Like,
Yeah.
every time. Like, even you throw in a movie, let's get food before the movie, snacks at the movie, and then dessert after the. Like, what in the world? What's
Yeah.
going on? Like, am I in love with the girl or the food? Like,
Dude.
I'm just taken back. And then, for example, me and my girlfriend, we would go on dates and like we would do like this joke thing about cops because they have flavor of the days. Dude, we have a flavor of the day. I'm like, that's our flavor of the day.
Yeah.
We have to go to cops. We have to go to cops.
Yeah.
But when we're going 2 or 3 times a week,
oh my goodness,
are all the flavors of the day our flavor? You're supposed to have one
Yeah.
flavor that's your flavor. But like, I love chocolate and peanut butter. And when they have 2 or 3 different types of versions and combinations of that,
oh yeah,
I'm there all the time.
Just there.
I'm just coming in and they're like, Braedon, what's up? And that's when you know you've gone to an ice cream shop way too much. When they say your name. Yeah.
Because they call out the numbers. They're like, 265.
Braedon.
Could
have been anyone else. There's like 15 other 1,000 people in here.
And you just like wait to see if there's anyone. You're like, oh, hopefully she doesn't say it again. Braedon, as you're right there.
Braedon. Here, I'll give it to you. You're just like, stop. We actually one time got custard from Cops, and it was one of our flavor of the days. And you have to go. That's the thing. Like when you look at the flavor of the day, that's why you always want to be careful. Because if you check out flavor of the day, you have to go. Because if it's your flavor,
oh yeah,
you have to.
You just have to.
Because it's not every single day it's that flavor. Because they change it up. Cops change up their flavor of the day. I mean, that's what makes sense. It's called flavor of the day. But if it's the same flavor every single day, you then can go whenever you want. But if it's only that day, you have to go.
Dude, that's a smart one.
You have to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was one of those flavor of the days, and we were feeling ourselves. We get the waffle cone, we get the 1 scoop. But today, we wanted 2 scoops.
2 scoops.
Mm-hmm. And when they give you 1 scoop, it's like a scoop and a half. So 2 scoops, it's like pushing 3.
They're loading that.
Which is awesome, but also I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I ate it, and it's, when you enjoy something, you eat it, and you're just like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Enjoy this. Oh, it's the best. And you get halfway done, the first scoop, and kind of this is nice. It's nice. And then you get a little bit more done, and you just now got to the waffle cone.
Yeah.
So it's you just ate all that, and you got the waffle cone, and and now you're just it's a chore.
Oh,
you had to it's an accomplishment, a goal.
Yeah.
Like a job, a requirement to finish it.
And you're timed.
Yeah, because it's melting.
Yeah.
So you got to the point where well, I'm in too deep now.
Yeah.
I should have got 1 scoop, but I have to finish it. So at the end of it, it's no longer your flavor of the day, your favorite one. Yeah. But then when it comes around next week, you're you get 2 scoops again.
The next day, dude.
So my girlfriend, she has a bigger she has bigger eyes than her appetite.
Okay.
Is that how this said?
Yeah.
So she got 2 scoops because that day, I guess you were feeling it. She finished maybe half a scoop.
Oh no.
But she loves the waffle cone.
Yeah.
So we go around outside. We find a garbage can that's not visible, and she's dumping the ice cream into the garbage can.
Did you pay?
Yeah, I think so.
So she's wasting.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, the problem is, as a boyfriend, every boyfriend does this. You finish your girlfriend's food.
Oh yeah.
That's just what happens. That's just the dynamic. But let me remind you, I finished my chore of finishing the 2 scoops.
Yeah.
And I was crying and sad about it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do anything about it. I was it had to be. It has to be because I couldn't even finish it.
Yeah.
So,
dude, it's not a problem. I think that's what girls look for. They look for trust, communications. They look for someone that they can value,
and someone
care for them, and someone to finish their food. I think that is one of their that's one of their things. Because I'm the same way. If we're eating somewhere, and I'm finished with mine, I'm watching her food now. Now I'm done with mine. Now I'm watching.
And you're asking those questions. Oh, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Are you full?
Yeah.
You don't want to get too full.
Yeah. I'm like, dude. And then my girlfriend loves leftovers. Like she doesn't just sometimes she'll be gracious and pass the plate over to me, but there'll be times where she'll be like, "Oh, I'll just wrap it in a box." I'm like, "Oh, that looks so good."
Yeah.
Even though I'm like full.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at hers. I'm like, I wonder what that tastes like.
And then I don't know if you guys have the rule of you can't get the same thing.
We don't like the same thing. So like usually I'll get like something meatier and she'll get like pasta.
Okay, that works. But it's like whenever you're out there and the girlfriend goes, "What should I get?" and you're like planning your other meal. It's like you got your thing, but then you're like, "Oh, what would else go good with that?
Yeah.
Do I want something more saltier than what I got?"
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, we go out for brunch. It's like someone gets the sweet, like the pancakes, and someone gets like the eggs and everything like that. So always like throws a wrench in it when she's like, "I want that," and I'm like, "Well, I mean." I was going to order that. And she's like, "I want the same thing." I'm like, "No, that's not how it works." And then she's like, "You're not having any of mine." But, like, she doesn't eat her food. So I just like, okay, well, it's whatever.
Does your girlfriend take leftovers? Or is she like, when she's done?
She does.
What does that mean?
But, like, she doesn't, like, really eat them.
So they
Sometimes she does. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she likes to, like, act like she's all that.
Yeah.
Which I think is, like, very, like, cute and fun. But, like, I know that I'm going to get the food afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, "No, I'm going to take it home." And then later when I get home, she's like, "You can have it." I'm like,
see, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah. But, so your girlfriend's my sister.
We're just going to drop that right now? We're just going to drop that?
So, I just didn't know how to bring it up because it pertains to this. Her leftovers, I don't know how to tell you this, but she doesn't eat them.
Oh, I know.
And I end up eating them.
Oh, I know who I'm feeding.
Yeah.
I'm feeding her and her brother.
I appreciate it because, but it's on her. She has leftovers in the fridge for like days.
I know.
You can't do that when you're at a house. And she's like, "No, don't have it. Gets to day number 4. And she's like, "Fine, you can have it." And they're like, "Why can't I just have it the first day? Because you're not going to eat it." But
it's actually funny. And what's funny about that too, like that my girlfriend is your sister, is you back in the day, you were the guy that would like order something small, and then like, because all the girls won't eat all the food, so you'd be the guy that you'd get something small and then save a lot of money while you get all these leftovers.
Oh yeah, they just wouldn't eat, so I'd eat their food.
Yeah, at the point you didn't even need to order; you just had to wait. It was just a waiting game.
Yeah,
and it was funny because now, because Jill is so, no, I'm just kidding. Because she's so used to like you.
Yeah.
I remember that that she'd be like, "Oh, hey, Britt." Then I'm like,
yeah, I know. I have another sister of mine that I would get her food, but now she has a boyfriend. So
that can eat. A boyfriend that can eat.
Yeah, so that became like a little drama thing I'd see sometimes where she'd like go to offer it to me, and then he'd be like, "Hey, I'm your boyfriend," and you'd think the brother would get. Well, I understand it. I get it. But sadly, yeah. But honestly, it's probably good because I'm down some weight now.
Yeah.
So I've leaned down. It's probably a good thing I'm not eating mine, my girlfriend's, my sister, and then my other sister's food.
Yeah.
All in outing. But at those conferences and convention stuff, that's the time to do it. And also when you're trying to like save money and your girlfriend's loaded, you're just trying to like, "I'll have some of your food."
Yeah, dude, you were like smart. That's brilliant.
It's about systems.
Yeah,
it's all about systems.
What would be your like your phrase or your "Hey, are you done with that?" Like that's what I would.
Well,
say.
It got to the point that they just knew.
They just like.
Yeah,
they
just knew. So like before boyfriends, and they had like their brother, and then like any other friends that were girls that like looked at me that way, like an older brother. They just knew, so they would eat a quarter of their food. There was a time where I went out to eat, and it was after like a big event, that I was turning away food. And I didn't even buy food. I had so much food that I got full from other people. Because I think I had 4 or 5 different girls be like, you get my leftovers, you get my leftovers.
Yeah.
Because that was just like the way. I kind of sound like a garbage can now thinking
No,
about
you
it.
don't.
It was a good relationship.
No,
It
you're
was like,
smart.
yeah.
You're you were like a business
business
owner. You know what I
owner.
mean?
Getting free food. Anyway, it got to a point where I turned my food. But before that, when I first started, I'm like, hey, by the way, if you don't finish that, if you don't mind, I'll have some of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of told around in the very beginning. And so like when they would be done, I'd just be like, oh, are you done?
Yeah.
Can I have that? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And they got to a point where whenever they just finished, they brought it over and set it by me. Oh, those are good times.
What's like a leftover that you like? It is a no go. Like you cannot. Like for example, a drink with a straw in it. You obviously
that's not leftover.
have
It would be
to
food.
refuse it.
It'd be food that you can separate where they bit off of.
So if they left you like a corner piece of a sandwich,
I wouldn't have that, or I would take a small bite. It's more like it'd be more like if it's like some pizza and you can rip off the part they ate, or if it's like fries or chicken tenders, or it's like things that I don't have to be biting exactly where they bit off of. It'd be if it was a chicken sandwich, like and they had like a quarter of it, I would eat all the way up to where they're at. So there'd be like a small little line of like
it would just be like a leftover.
Yeah,
it looks like someone just
especially of like the
lunchtime.
people I didn't like I wasn't really really close to, but I had like we were great. Sorry, when I say really really close to, I mean like family or very close friend family wise.
Yeah.
If they were good friends, like I wouldn't. But like if there was my family, I'd be like, all right, I'll just eat the whole thing.
So like if it was your sister, you would eat everything.
Yeah, I would eat the whole thing. Like depending what it was. If it's something like gross to eat the whole thing, I wouldn't. But besides that, again, we got on the topic of food.
Dude, food is just...
Is that a bad thing?
I don't feel like it is bad. I don't think it's bad.
I mean, think about your day. Especially certain people. It revolves around food and fueling your body.
Yeah. And people get excited about food.
Because it releases good, happy hormones.
It's like a fun thing. Speaking of that, so we did a little 3-day fast thing. That wasn't religious, so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
It was not religious, okay?
We're not trying to brag that we got spiritually close to it. Because it wasn't that wasn't the reason why we did it.
At least didn't feel that way.
I felt further. No,
I felt like I was falling. But dude, that was honestly one of the hardest things I've had to do. Not eat for 3 days. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm hungry. It was, I'm like out of energy. I just wanted to sleep every single day. How was it? What were you battling with?
Honestly, I was fine until like the last half of the last day.
Really?
Yeah, because I've like fasted before for like different things, and you get into like that certain energy where you're like your body's just fueling off of the fuel it's had.
Yeah.
And you kind of get like in this like focus state. I felt like I was constantly like yelling at people when talking to them because I was like so locked in. But at the very end, I didn't feel like tired. I just felt like fatigued. Like I felt like I was just like my body's definitely like running on its own energy and it's kind of getting like a low.
Yeah.
More so because I would still work out. I would still like do things for those 3 days. Still worked like a full shift, and after work I would do things. So I felt good. It was just at the very end, I was waiting. That last day, I was waiting to eat.
Yeah.
That's how that last day was. And then when it hit the time for us, I like literally got all my food ready. I sat down, and I struggled to put the food in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah. I got like low key emotional about it.
Really?
Yeah. Because you did something for so long, you created a whole mentality.
Yeah.
And like you you had a thing that you were going out, a goal, and you're about to you accomplished it, but you're about to end it, and you had like, and if you're like, how long could I keep going, or like, should I do this? I put all this work in, like, should I stop now? Like, but like after that point, the benefits then start turning negative. There's not really benefits because then you're just depriving your body of food and fuel. But I think there's a good thing about like fasting a good amount of days. But yeah, so the last bite, like the first bite, I was like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know. But it was a good experience for me. Definitely going to do a lot more. And also, those 3 days flew by for myself. Because I was just thinking about food. Well, I wasn't actually thinking about food. Again, like how you said, I wasn't hungry, but in my head, I knew I was avoiding food.
Yeah.
And then as the days go on, I'm like, huh. I started watching like food stuff on Instagram.
Dude, that would
mess me up. Bad because it looks so good. But how was your experience?
It was. So the first day, I was like, oh, piece of cake. Because
you ate a piece of cake.
No. I didn't.
Dude, you're supposed to.
It was a
fasting.
I'm just kidding. But I ate. It was a piece of cake. Like I was chilling. I was eating. It was go. The second day, I woke up with a headache. And I went, oh, dang. I knew that the second day was going to be my hardest day because I had full work. Because the other days, I had school. I had things that were.
I feel like that's worse, though.
No. Oh, with school?
Well, with your day being lighter.
Really?
Is your day lighter on school days than a full work day?
Well,
like with less stuff to do?
Full work day, I'm focused throughout the day. Like with school, I get to like go to school, get homework, then I go to another class.
That's
like it's more different.
I think it's easier when you're at a full day of work because you have to be focused and doing something the entire time. So you can't really like you're like you don't get distracted. You don't have like downtime where you're sitting there.
I would agree with that, but I have a coworker. His name is Derek.
Oh no.
And I swear he is a bottomless pit when it comes to snacks and stuff. So like he'll be eating in the van, or he'll be drinking. He actually just drinks water, but like he'll be like eating things that low key are kind of like appetizing to me, and usually they're not.
You're a chip guy too. Does he have a lot of chips?
Oh, dude, he has like these half-baked Cheeto looking things.
Oh,
dude, every time I saw those, I'm like, my goodness. But like the work was the hardest because school, I was around people, I could talk to people, I got to like do stuff.
Yeah.
With work, you're like at work, and I don't work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And though that day was like a shop day, so I was only by myself, and so that's when the thoughts start coming in, like, dude, some cereal would be banging. Right?
Yeah.
But so that got it, and then.
I'm so sorry. What were you craving the most?
Honestly, ice cream, gelato, dude. Oh my gosh, it's just such a flavor. It's called cookie crumble or something like that.
Oh
yeah. And so your first bite, it like, oh man, I've not had it in a while still. But like when it's like almost, it's not like fully melted. It's like just like that outer layers melted.
Yeah.
And you take that spoon and you just like wrap it around, and then, dude, it is game over. And
I eat my mac and cheese. Random fact, but keep going.
How do you eat your mac and cheese?
No, keep going. We can talk about it later.
What?
Just keep going. We'll talk about it later. That
is such an odd
We'll talk about it later. You go. How was your experience?
So I was craving that all the time. And then the last day. So, fun fact, I became an uncle recently. And my brother gave birth. He did not give birth. His significant other gave birth. So my mom had pictures. And the last day, I was doing my laundry, and my mom came down to show me pictures. And baby, and do not look
like a baby.
They do not look like a baby when they first come out. They do not look cute. They do not look ugh. Like when you see them, you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And so I'm out of food. Mm. I have no food in me. I went to Pick and Save earlier that day and had like a slab of meat because that's what I was going to eat, was like steak. And so it's raw. It's red. So I took it in the laundry room because I was literally going straight up to go cook it. And I go, and my mom goes, hey, can I show you Braedon? Which is, and so I was like, oh yeah, of course. she was showing and scrolling, dude. I no joke was like I was
Yeah.
dazing, and I felt like I was gonna like yos whatever.
Yeah.
And so she's like doing that, and it gets to a point where I go like, "Oh, that's awesome," and I'm like trying to get out.
Yeah.
And then, dude, it was like that was hard. That was hard. And then got upstairs and dude, that first piece of meat.
Yeah.
It was chicken.
Oh. That's
like,
the way to do it, to have the protein.
oh yeah.
That's
I
satisfying.
was afraid I forgot how to eat. I was like, dude, does my body still know how to do this thing?
Yeah.
Like, let's get, and then, so like, I cooked the steak. There was a bunch of pieces, and my grandma was like, hey, if you eat that, your stomach is gonna like be super, super angry with you. I was like, what?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. But she said that, and then that was in the back of my head. And then I was eating it, and I could not get all of it down. Like usually, I see the plate, it's gonna be gone when I get back upstairs. It's gonna be gone. I could not. I ate like 6 little pieces of it, and I was full of steak.
Oh wow!
And I was full, and I was like, oh man, this is weird.
Yeah.
But no problems. No, I didn't have any issues getting back into eating again.
I actually didn't either.
Really? So you're just like, it's just.
Well, I went slow. I had like a red pepper filled with like meat and some cheese. It was really good. And then I had a bowl of chicken noodle soup. So I think that's like a very easy food. The pepper's light, the meat's whatever, and the soup is just like broth and like some chicken stuff.
Yeah.
After that, I had like peanut butter jelly sandwich too.
Dude, those.
And it was good. And I was really craving it that day. That day, one of the students was eating peanut butter jelly sandwich. I'm like, I'm having that because I make the best in the world.
Yeah.
So
it's world class.
Yeah.
Has anyone like denied you eating that? I feel like every time you've shown people,
they had agreed.
They'd agreed. They were like, wow, this was amazing.
For a moment in time, I was on a little kick of potentially starting a peanut butter and jelly cafe.
Really? So you only sold peanut butter and jelly and coffee?
No coffee. Think about this.
Just peanut butter and jelly.
Well, maybe someone else could do coffee. Think about this. And by the way, I found out this is a real spot. Let that sink in. This is a real place.
Okay.
You're like, what are you going to sell? Just peanut butter and jelly? That's what any normal person would think. Think about all the types of jelly and jam you can have.
Oh, that is true.
Think about all the types of peanut butter you can have.
True.
Different brands. Chunky, smooth, creamy. Think about all the types of bread you can have. A loaf, multi-grain, white, sourdough, toasted, not toasted, bagel. Oh, we're starting to get a menu now, right?
Yeah.
What if we're tired of eating it? Maybe we could drink a peanut butter jelly smoothie.
What? I'm not following you anymore.
Oh, but peanut butter jelly? Throw some banana on there. Dude.
Like toppings, yeah.
That's a huge menu.
That is
all based around peanut butter jelly. And then we'd have Braedon's peanut butter jelly, the classic. I was gonna try to do something with PB&J, but
you could do because it's you. Yeah. You could do Braedon's jelly or something like that.
Something like that. But it'd be the classic. So I thought for a moment in time. That's why I really was craving that peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm. Did you? So going back to your mac and cheese thing. First of all, I would eat there. I would actually eat there.
I know. I want to go to the actual spot. There's like a place that does this.
Where?
And I even came up with it before I even heard about it. I don't know, but somewhere nearby. Somewhere nearby in, I think like Manheim, California.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
That was pretty close to us.
2 hours, I think it is.
Like, or so.
So
are you curious about the mac and cheese?
Yes, okay, can I explain the ice
cream?
Go for it. So like, it's a little melted.
You explained it.
And then you wrap
Go
around.
around the side, yes. I don't think there's not a miscommunication there. That's how I eat my mac and cheese. Do you want me to explain?
Yeah.
Okay, so right off the bat, here's the statement. The best mac and cheese in the world is Noodles and Company. Okay, that's the statement. So when you order from Noodles and Company mac and cheese, if you haven't checked it out, check it out, and use code Braedon. That'd be
BC
cool.
Pro.
Yes, BC Pro, that's better. I didn't even think about it.
Only you got the sponsorship. They're
Well,
like,
because
hey,
I love Noodles and
like,
Company.
hey,
I don't know how you
I'm
feel
so
about
sorry
it.
to tell you this, but you can use the code. It's just Braedon. No Caeden, no BC Pro, no, it's just Braedon.
Do you like Noodles and Company?
I think they're all right.
Okay, see, that's why it'd be Braedon. Because
But
how would you endorse something you don't like?
I said it's all right. Whoa, I did not say I don't like it.
Right?
I did not say I don't like it.
It's the best mac and cheese in the world. It's not all right. Anyway, back to my stuff.
Have you had fork and roll?
Yes.
And you think noodles is better than fork and roll? Wait,
I'm not trying. Can I just talk about how I eat my
Yeah.
mac and cheese? Because this back and forth would go nowhere. Because I don't think you would budge on it. Because yes, fork and roll is higher quality, but me having Noodles and Company mac and cheese and that mac and cheese
okay.
every single day I'd choose.
So it's like Subway and Cousins. Like how I feel about Subway. It's like it's.
I don't want to do this.
No, we're not. But
I don't know. Let me just talk about my mac and cheese. So, mac and cheese at Noodles and Company, they put the noodles in there, and they put like the cheese sauce, but then they put like fresh cheese on it.
Yeah.
It's not melted yet. But on the sides, it's like plain noodles with a little bit of cheese sauce. And the middle is like stacked up with all like the cheese. So I go around the side and get like the plain noodles with some cheese because I love pasta.
Oh, I see.
And so I kind of like taste myself, tease it into it, go in there, and then once I finish the side, then I go to the middle and get like all the cheese and all the mac and cheese.
That,
all like the cheese.
That does sound good.
It's really good. It's a good way. Honestly, they don't make the bowls big enough. They don't give me enough food. Like I wish they gave more.
Yeah.
Like I
do
wish
you
they
get
had
the
a
regular size or do you get?
You see what you said there? The regular size.
Oh.
They only have a regular size and small size.
Yeah.
I want the large.
Yeah.
Now we're getting back to me eating though.
Yeah.
We can move on.
So actually, what did you do recently? Not the swimming thing. Besides that,
I got lifeguard certified, AED certified, CPR certified.
not your flex.
If anyone's out there needing some help, call 911 because I can't help you out unless you're in the pool.
Unless you're in the pool, you have to jump in, and then I can get you.
Apparently, when you're certified, I don't know if it's a good. No, it's not that. But like, if say I was at a beach,
Yeah.
and someone were to be like swimming near me and end up like something bad happening while swimming, and I didn't do anything about it, and like people found out, I could potentially get sued.
What?
I don't know if I should have said that on this recording, but
Wait, that's
what I'm told. Yeah, because I have the capabilities of helping someone.
Do you have to go through like the steps by at first ask for consent?
Yeah, that's
which doesn't make sense.
That's someone if that's someone like choking on the ground, or if they're conscious but can't breathe, or they're like still there. If they say no, you don't.
That's your outing. So like, let's say they're doing their thing.
They're hurt or something like
They're
that.
hurt or something like that.
They help you, and they say no.
You just go
okay, and then you call 911 because then they can take care of it.
So what if they can't say anything?
Like they're choking?
Yeah.
And you're like, may I help you or something like that? And they just like, then you help them.
But what if they turned and sued you? Could they do that?
But the thing is, you could then say you didn't say no. But if you're like, may I help you? And they go no, then you just don't. And then they also taught you when lifeguarding, you go to save someone, you have like your tube or something, you push on there. Oftentimes people are so frantic that they grab onto you. What's so funny?
Just go ahead.
So they're so frantic that you push the tube on them and they grab onto you.
You didn't need to
screaming. Okay, so you come up to them, you have the tube, you push it under their armpits. They freak out, get all frantic.
Why are you keep changing the verbatim? Just say, get to the point where they're grabbing onto you.
I'm saying the same thing.
No, you keep adding things, dude.
I'm just telling you the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so you swim up to them using breaststroke. You take the tube, you put it under their armpits. They get frantic. They grab onto you, start screaming, maybe grab your hair. And then...
Dude, you did not need to say the hair thing. You did not need to...
I have long hair.
They grab your...
I have long hair.
You did not
This is the thing that could happen.
You didn't need to say that.
Okay, get to that point.
Okay.
If they keep on grabbing on you and they potentially put you in a harm of drowning you, you then pinch under their...
I'm trying to imagine while you say this. Okay.
You take your hands, both of them, you pitch right under, right here, near their armpit, right below the elbow, and you push up their arms so their arms are in the air, and then you slide under the water. You go push yourself under the water, and then you slide out and come out to the other side. And then they have the tube, and they're not drowning you.
Mm.
Or you go on, they're grabbing you stuff, you jab them in the armpit with your fingers, because that would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go, and then you jump out. Or you cannonball yourself down under the water and push away from them and swim out. Because you don't want to have them drown you. But you leave the tube or whatever there. Now, if you don't have something with you, and they're trying to drown you too because they're so scared.
King of the Fear kind of action stuff going on there.
What?
You're fighting.
No, you don't fight. You just kind of push them away. And you kind of just be like, "Hey, stop." Going. If they do it again, then you're just kind of like.
Are you a good swimmer?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a fantastic swimmer.
Do you think that if someone was grabbing you and frantic, do you think you would be able to be all right, I can take both. I can take us. You could swim above and it'd be chill.
I would need them to settle. If they're grabbing onto me and I can't swim with my arms and I'm trying to carry us both with our legs, I won't be able to do that. I'd probably wait for them to get tired. I'd wait for them to potentially pass out, or I'd wait for them to calm down. Do I have a tube with me?
Yeah, no, you don't. Let's say my size.
I'd probably yell at them.
Let's say you're my size. I'm my size. I'm drowning.
Yeah.
Which I can swim pretty good. I'm drowning, okay? And you go, who's going to save that young, dashing man? Me. I'm certified. You run in, you dive in, and let's say I'm freaking out, and I grab your traps, your shoulders right here, and I just grab onto you. You think you can?
How deep is this water?
8 feet.
You're drowning in 8 feet of... Sorry, I should probably not. Honestly, if it's only 8 feet deep... I mean, if it's 8 feet deep, not only 8 feet. I, at that point, would probably, get you off of me and then swim down to the bottom and just, kind of push you up. Above water.
Okay, let's say you're right. Actually, I'm starting to see what you're saying. Let's say
you could probably just
jump
up.
It's 12 feet.
12 feet. Okay, so that's deeper.
That is deeper.
That's not.
Okay, let's say it's 30 feet deep.
Okay, see that's
okay.
So with that, and I don't have a tube,
Mm-mm.
I keep on pushing you off until you get tired or you're calm or not calm, but like you listen to me and you work with me.
Oh, I see.
So I wouldn't like leave you but like if you're trying to drown me, I'm not gonna get drowned. I'm gonna push you off. Or I'm gonna do different things to get away from you, but I won't like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's fair. I would understand.
Does that make sense?
I would understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like getting panicky would be like the hardest thing to calm down.
Yeah. Well, that if you're in that situation where you can't swim or you're tired and like something that's floating comes by you with all your heart, you're gonna try to grab onto it because you don't want something bad to happen to you.
Yeah.
So you're doing whatever you can, and that's when the person that needs to be, because you don't want two people to go down. You know.
Yeah.
So like you have to take care of yourself. Well, then when you get away, take care of yourself. Then you can like move in. And any person that's like lifeguard certified trained or any like strong swimmer, they should have no problem being out in the water and treading water with this person to work with them.
That'd be a scary situation. I actually this is kind of related, still with water, but I recently took an ice bath for the first time.
Yes.
It was absolutely
How was that?
freezing.
How long?
6 minutes.
You did 6 minutes?
6 minutes.
That's long.
Well, I have my girlfriend there, and then Nikki's there, and then John.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
I just said you have to show him what's
I can't not do this. And so John does it first. He looks super chill in there.
How long did he do it?
6 minutes.
Oh, you had to do 6.
So he was like, but he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And so he did 6 minutes. He did it. He was just chilling there. And then that was like the fastest 6 minutes of my life. Seeing him do that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm nervous to do mine.
Yeah.
And so I remember he's like, take deep breaths.
Were your hands in the water or was it outside?
It was, well, I had to hold my phone. So like my hand, to time.
They couldn't time? Okay. That's crazy.
Well, that's what it's cold outside. I don't know, man.
Were your hands inside or outside? That's all I'm asking.
One hand was inside, one was out.
Okay, and then were your feet in or out?
Yeah, everything was in. Okay. Everything was in up to here.
Okay.
And then, so he goes, hey, just take deep breaths. Take deep breaths and then go in. And then calm your breathing. I'm like, I know how to breathe. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, why are you telling me this?
Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah, I'm a professional at breathing right now. And so
subconsciously, but
yeah, I get in there and I'm like, you have to take like 3 deep breaths and then you go in. And I do, and I go in, and it rushes, and then you're like frozen, and you start going. You start like doing like you start doing like a little like shoulder dance.
Yeah.
And then you're just like there, and you just sit there for a second, and then you control your breathing. But in that period of time, with you getting your breath controlled, that was a whole minute that passed by.
Yeah. And
so I'm looking at the time, and then I'm going through it, and then it's like starts like changing where you're not cold, but you're hot. Like someone is holding a lighter to you. Mm. And so like you feel like you're burning. And I self-talked myself into doing it. Like immediately. I've tried taking ice baths before, and I'm like, like I would get out. Like my cousin Ethan and I, we've tried it, and we've lasted, like no joke, less than a minute, like 45 seconds, and we're literally just in there, and then we like get out, like and I had a flashback of that, and I was like, I could just get out and just no one would say anything, but I was like, no, I gotta do this. So I'm looking at the time, I'm self-talking, like, can you just keep going? Just keep going. I probably looked like a crazy person in this little tiny tube, like just like absolutely yelling at myself. Yeah. And then it hit 5 minutes. And when it hit that, and I knew that it hit 5 minutes, it was a mental game. Because now it's like burning. And so now you feel like everything is burning, and you're just sitting there, and then you're looking at the time, keep checking the time. My girlfriend came out, she like held the timer, and then I was just in there, and at 6 minutes, I jolted up, and my whole body was red. Like I
Yeah.
was red.
Yeah, I don't know what by the way, trained professionals do these things. Do this at your own risk, fasting and ice baths. Do research before you do it. Don't listen to us. But I don't know what, I think there's like a solid time. I think you could do it for a long period of time or whatever. But I
Oh,
think there's like a certain amount of time that's like, if you do that, then you like get the benefits of it.
yeah.
But I bet afterwards you felt good.
I didn't. I know. So I got out of the thing, and
You didn't feel like a rush of like,
no, I felt like I got. Oh yeah. So I got out, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was freezing.
Yeah.
And I get the towel, and I'm sitting there, but dude, the water is so cold, and you've been there for such a long time
yeah,
that you have adrenaline going,
yeah,
but you're like, man, I am frozen,
yeah,
and so you're literally just shaking uncontrollably.
yeah.
You're just shaking, and then like later on, my bones felt cold. Like I could not get warm.
Yeah, yeah. And that was your first time?
First time.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I don't want people come at me, but I think that's too long for your first time. And for some reason, I think a good amount of time is 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's the 3 minutes because you're describing like skin feeling like painful
Yeah.
and like being cold afterwards.
Well, I got out, and then so I'm drying myself off, and John goes, "What? Wow, you actually lasted 6 minutes?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "My first time, I didn't even last that long."
Yeah.
And so now I was competing. I wasn't competing. In my head I was competing with him.
Yeah.
But turns out wasn't competing with anyone.
Yeah. In my head, it was more so like, yeah, I think there's a certain number that a certain amount of time, if you hit that, you get the benefits from it, and it's
Yeah.
not like so much like more pain tortures. But people do like long ones, like Joe Rogan. There's like a meme of him like for how long he did an ice bath, and it's like 20-something minutes or something like that.
Dude.
It was crazy. And then there's ice baths that they have like jets in it, so the water's constantly moving,
Oh.
which makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because if you're sitting there, you're already cold, but the water's like stagnant. But if you move it and you get fresh, like cold water, and you're just like,
There's no way, dude.
like, dude, that's insane. And like Wim Hoffman, he has like a breathing thing, but he also has done like climb Mount Everest in shorts. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's Mount Everest, but he's climbed legit mountains in just shorts. He's like does ice baths in like rivers when it's snowing out, like in the mountain, like different things like that. So he's done crazy stuff, but like I think your just body needs to be accustomed to it. But I think what you just proved is that a lot of physical stuff that you feel can be negated with your mental fortitude.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. I definitely want to do an ice bath. I'm very much interested in I wouldn't say biohacking, but I'm just interested in like the body and movement and like health wise. I made a comment yesterday how like I plan on living long.
Yeah, outlive
people,
our friends.
not friends. Yeah.
I believe it. I believe that you'd probably be our longest.
There's certain friends that I'm like easily outliving them, easily. But then there's other friends like you where I'm like, all right, you might be a little bit. Put up a
well, I got youth on you. Like I got a couple years. No, 100%. But I'm saying like I got a couple years.
Yeah. And maybe it's a weird conversation to talk about with
lasting.
But I said it to my friend's wife because I was like beefing with her. I'm like, I was here before you, and I'll be here after you. But they're married now because usually, like I would say that to like if my friend didn't like have a like good girlfriend or something, and like not a good girlfriend, not a good girlfriend for them.
Yeah.
And like we had a good relationship, but I would mess with them. I'm like, I was here before you, I'll be here after you.
Yeah.
And then they would break up. But they're married, they're gonna be with each other for the rest of their life. So I was just like, I'm gonna be here after you. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm outliving you. That's why I said like that. So I'm like, that's the way I'm gonna be here longer than you.
Yeah.
And so I was just thinking about it. But yeah, I'm interested in like just like physical health. It's important. And like like this is like a side tangent, but I think throughout your day, throughout a single day, I think it's like a math equation that equals a good day. I think if you have a spiritual element where you pray, you read your Bible, that takes care of you in ways beyond anyone can measure. But if you're active, if you fuel your body correctly, if you're hydrated, if you laugh, like I think if you get outside, if you see sunlight,
Yeah.
like I think there's certain elements. I think there's certain math, like a mathematical equation. Like if you plug in these inputs, you equal a great day or a good day. Now every once in a while you just have like a bad mental health day, or you feel like sick or you're under the weather.
Yeah.
But I think every other day, if you just do those lists, like if you create a list of things to do, you're gonna have a great day every single day. Like one person explained how happiness is the goal. Which, by the way, I don't think happiness is the goal. I think peace is the goal, because happiness is up and down, where peace is sedentary, not sedentary, but it's consistent. It might go up and down, but you want to have peace in your life.
Yeah.
You want to be peaceful, because happiness is fleeting. But
Right.
he says health, wealth, and love equals happiness. So every day. So he said, if you set up your day like this every single day, you'll be happy. Health. So the first time you wake up in the morning, make sure you drink some water, fuel your body correctly, and work on your health with working out, exercise, going on a walk, riding your bike, lifting weights, playing a sport, something working on your health. The next one's wealth. Now, you don't have to be rich to be happy, but it means working purposefully, like having something that you're working towards, a goal, and that goal is to make money. But like you wake up, you work on your health, then you work, you do something that you're passionate about, or something you work towards that makes you feel fulfilled. Because you can say to anyone like, "Yo, I'll give you 2 months off, or I'll have you be working, and you're doing your job." After those 2 months, not even 2 months, but after a week or two, depending on who you are, you get bored. And it's like, yeah, maybe I love staying home, but I'd much rather just go do something during the day, get paid for it, and then come back. It definitely is a thing. From a person that's had time off, unexpectedly, you definitely enjoy having a routine.
Yeah.
And I think anyone's like that. Because you can only stay home, play so many video games, stay home and do nothing.
Right.
So health in the morning, wealth, love. Love is coming home after work, after that purposeful thing, achieving accomplishments, and doing stuff you love with people you love.
Yeah.
So if it's doing one of your hobbies, if it is hanging out with your friends, if it's eating good food that you love, and those things, if you do those things every single day, you will equal happiness. Now, I think there's more subunits of more descriptive things, in that love. I think if you laugh, or you find something enjoyable, or you do something that makes you feel good, or brings you joy, that'll also help you out. And so in those three things, I would just add, I guess, spiritual to that throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
Relationship with God throughout the whole day, and then you can have it.
Right.
Don't know where that came up from, but I guess ice bathing, how to feel good.
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of people take their life too seriously. They take themselves too seriously. And so I used to a lot. I would think that I would put standards on myself, but I realized that when I did that, I didn't enjoy going out as much, because I felt I might not hit that standard. I'm going to feel horrible. But once I started laughing at things, and just laughing hard at things, I used to not think certain things were funny, but after I took down the barrier of don't take yourself so seriously, and just laughing at things that I would find funny, oh my goodness, my life has completely changed just because I laugh more. I enjoy laughing. I enjoy talking to people who I find very funny, like you. I cannot wait till your comedy special comes out, because dude, I'm gonna be laughing.
April 31st.
What? You just dropping a date like that? Are you gonna ever do stand up?
Yeah, I'd like to.
What?
I'd like to try. I don't know.
Are you building your set right now?
For over a long period of time, I wrote down jokes, but I haven't built a set. It'd be something where I do over the summer.
See, I was talking to someone recently about comedy and how to be a comedian, and I feel you have to tell stories extremely well, but I cannot wrap my head around. You have to make this elaborate story that makes sense. Like I feel like someone could say something funny, like where do snowmen go to get their money?
Where?
The snowbank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like, you can't just tell jokes like that. You have to like make a story. How do you do that?
But no. So, sorry. No. Imagine it's like, there's different types of comedy. So like Seinfeld,
Yeah.
he does observational comedy. So I can't even think of one of his jokes, but it's something you observe and you see and you make a joke about it.
Yeah.
There's another one type of comedy where you set up the punchline and then there's the joke. So that one was like very like a dad joke or very simple, but there's a lot of those like, yeah, and then you kind of like say your little thing and then you have the punchline and that's funny. And then there's also, I think there's multiple ways. I don't know all of them exactly. I don't know like the actual names, but then there's also storytelling, which like a lot of big people do.
Yeah.
Just because, that's relatable and I could really talk about this. Good thing it's a podcast. Anyway, you got my stuff going. So like Kevin Hart, he's great. Like one of my favorite jokes he has that you tell very well is about like, whoa, like someone's trying to rob you.
Oh yeah.
He's like, so I have to place my weapons around the house.
Yeah.
But when I'm placing my weapons, I need to figure out what would be a good spot. So
right.
I was thinking the lobby. Let's act it out.
Yeah.
Come home. Someone comes in. Yo, give me your money. You're like, what? Me? No. Give me your money. Okay. You want my money? Yeah, give me your money. Let me just reach into my umbrella holder and grab it. Gun. Boom. And like he goes around and he's in the bathroom. Let me just give one last swipe.
Yeah.
Gun. Boom. So like he tells like a funny story, but like that's not even the story more so. That's like a idea came up, but there's people that tell real life stories. So comedy's really, really cool with that. I forgot I was going with that, but
yeah. Well, that's fast. Comedy is so fascinating to me. Like if you're able to be a comedian, which I think you easily.
One more, real quick. There's this guy. Don't know his name, but he's really funny. He sings. His comedy set is him singing like funny songs and interacting with the audience with sing. No, with singing. He goes, "How's your day going today?" And then respond. And he goes, "Good." And then he's like, "You're a little pitchy." And then he goes to the next spot, or he has like jokes and songs. And he goes, "When I point at you, I need to say, woo." And he goes, woo. He's like, "Horrible." And then he'd like keep on moving on. It's like very, very funny. I'm not doing any of his stuff justice.
Yeah.
But I'll have to like show you him. He has a comedy special that's hilarious. And the songs are catchy.
Are they?
Yeah. And his crowd interaction is very, very good. But I think with comedy, it's just like you can go up there and be who you are. There's 8 billion people in the world. And there's some people that share the same kind of comedy as you. So it's like you just go up there and do your thing, but it's like a grind. You have to be able to take like a quiet room. But then also a quiet room with comedy is not bad.
Yeah.
Because if they're quiet, that means they're listening and have your attention. What you don't want is people talking. You don't want people talking over you. And like as a teacher also you find that too, is like when they're talking, even though if their face is like dead quiet or whatever, maybe they have the AirPod in or like they're just zoning you out, you have people's attention. You have the room. But if they're talking over you in a little bit, then you've lost them. And also, I feel like being a teacher would probably help me out with comedy because I've said a lot of jokes where they just go,
"Oh no,"
and then I go, "That was a joke," and they go, "Yeah, it just wasn't funny." Like I've gotten that before, and also probably give me funny stories. Like I won't even tell the stories on here, but I have like some funny first day stories where I'm like talking about respect and a girl with what's it called? Tourette's. So it's like screaming out, like, "Shut up and sit down." And I'm like, "That's not respect. Like, that's not respect." And then the whole class goes, "She has Tourette's." And I'm like, Like, how do you move on from that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the rest of the 45 minutes of class to, do your thing. Do you go apologize? It's like a whole thing. So, but we haven't had that problem.
I think you just need to double down.
Be like, I don't care. That's not respectful. Shut up. Sit down. And you're just like,
and then you just have to triple down. You have to be.
You just
Go
can't.
sit outside.
You can't take it. Like, you really say that one more time. But no, it's just a joke. It was good. It was, but yeah. Comedy is cool. That's something I definitely want to pursue. So I think this should be the last thing. What is a hobby that you don't do that you're like wanting to pursue, or like, because I would say comedy is a hobby unless you're making money or something like that. Like, what's something that's like you always been like that would be cool to test out, or like even something that you already partake in, but you want to take it different. Is my finger crooked?
Oh, dude, I think it is crooked a little bit.
Is your finger crooked? No. Oh yeah. Okay. I think that's how fingers are. What in the world? I think that's how it is. Okay. What's something that you'd be interested in?
I think that if like things that I do now, I would love to like produce music. I think that would be so cool. But besides that, skateboarding. That would be insane. Like doing all those flips and kicks.
Especially the culture out here over in like South Texas.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, down here in East Florida, it's kind of insane how everyone is like with their skateboards and like stuff like that. I would absolutely
have all those Carolina friends too that
dude.
Skate with.
Dude, yeah, dude. In Georgia, it's huge in skateboarding. So like, I would love to just flip it with everyone and like go off.
That'd actually be really cool.
Yeah, or
scary. Snowboarding. I wish we could snowboard. We're not in a spot to do that.
Yeah. Not here in Albuquerque, dude.
New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's raining right now.
It's raining right now. That'd be cool. That'd be fun to get into like X Games mode.
Yeah. Just do something crazy, bro. That'd be insane.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I think that was a great pod.
Yeah. We don't know how long that was.
Yeah. So we're just. Oh, we never talked about. We have new mics. Yeah. So if it's not as good before, please bear with us. We're still learning. We may go back to our other pathway, but we're trying to upgrade and get better for the viewership and everything like that. But yeah, that was episode 6.
Wow, dude. We're going. We're going places.
The next episode, should we talk about it?
No, let's just say it's a special. Right.
And then randomly, we don't know when. Maybe we'll do it New Year's or something. We have a vlog from us from how long ago?
I think it's 3 years.
3 years ago. Unreleased.
We look so different in that
video.
We're
thinking about posting it. So we're gonna be posting that at some point. We might drop it later, we might drop it sooner. We don't know. Maybe it'll be like a fun treat thing. But we're gonna post that at some point.
I had a perm. So if you want to see me with a perm, you gotta check out this video.
And I had short hair, right?
Yeah, you had short hair.
And we were at our friend's house that they don't live together anymore, and
they don't even no one lives in that apartment.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it is crazy. But you stay tuned. We might drop it after episode, before episode. We might do a whole episode with people on it. I don't even know. But next episode should be a lot of fun. So be tuned for that. Episode 6. Yeah, we're still going. We're still grinding.
Let us know what you learned.
Yeah,
I think you learned a lot.
I think today was good.
Yeah, I think we need to stop talking about food though.
Yes, or maybe we just lean into it. Next pod we have food.
Bang. We're just doing
next pod we have.
I love that idea.
All right, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out other videos if you're interested. We'll be coming out next week. Posting an episode next week. So stay tuned. Listen, enjoy it, like it, share it with others. Be part of this event. If you don't like it, keep watching.
Keep watching. Just turn down the volume.
And haters, this is number 6. Take that and eat that on your plate.
Dude, we went back to food.
I
We went
know.
back to food. Take it and hold it. Don't put
And then
it in
eat
your
it.
mouth. Hey, we're here to fill your curiosity.
It's a wrap.